All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday afternoon. Hope you are enjoying it. You got some good sleep in this morning. You will hear my son behind me. My wife is out today, and so I am watching the kids. One of them has just woken up, so this will be a shorter shock therapy. But then also one of them is out here with me, so you will hear a lot of interruptions and a lot of daddies and all those things. But don't worry about that. I'll just ignore them if you will. So this morning I was reading again in Proverbs about the different types of friends and some of the things that the Bible says about friends. One of my biggest, my hardest things when it comes to teenagers is trying to convince them of how their friends affect them. You will hear me say that, but you won't listen, or you'll hear me say that and you won't understand it or agree with it or whatever. And so my purpose, no sir, my purpose is that what I would like to show you over the next couple weeks is the idea of what a friend looks like in Proverbs and how that should affect your friendships, what you should look for in a friend, what you should not see in the friends that you have. And so today I wanted to kind of go over a broad overview in one verse of what it means. Proverbs 13 and verse 20 says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." A quick review of something we've gone over in youth group. There are 4 types of people listed in Proverbs, and I would say 4 types of teenagers. There's the wise one. They would be the spiritually minded, the one that would search after God and the things of God. You'd then have the simple. The simple would be the one that would kind of flow back and forth, unstable in all his ways type of person. If they're with a wise person, then they act godly, they love church. But then if they're with the third type of teenager, the fool, then they'll act like they do. And the fool is someone who doesn't have a spiritual heart. They don't really care about learning about God. They're just rebellious. They don't really care that much. And then you have the 4th type, which would be a scorner. A scorner is the type that hates the things of God, will be totally rebellious against it, question everything, make fun of people who follow Christ, make fun of people who go to church and read their Bible and all those things. That would be a scorner. So when the Bible says in Proverbs 13:20, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed," I would think personally that Solomon is writing to the simple. Listen, simple one, you're either going to go with the wise, and he that walketh with wise men shall be wise. You're going to gain that wisdom, you're going to gain the understanding, you're going to gain the knowledge and love of Christ. Or he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools, you that are companions with those who are fools, those who rebel against God and don't really care and don't have a spiritual temperature. They just, I do this, I do that, I don't really care, I YOLO and all these other things, I'll just do whatever I want. For those type of people, if you hang out with them, then it says you'll be destroyed. Now, here's what the interesting thing was about this verse. As I started to search it out a little bit more and see what it really meant, the idea of destroyed, I kind of wondered, what does that mean? Does destroyed mean like crushed, like a bug? Like right now, actually behind me a couple minutes ago, Titus is walking around stomping on ants because he's scared of them. So he sees an ant and he just runs and stomps on it and says, "I got it!" Because, and was it that idea of destroyed where it's like an ant and you're just stomped on? Or what's the idea of destroyed that makes it so applicable to us today? And here's the thing that really kind of blew my mind. The Hebrew definition of this, and the one that most people would follow, would be this: to shout, raise a sound, cry out, give a blast. And not like have a blast, but give a blast, like on a trumpet. So if you're going to be destroyed, that doesn't sound too bad. A companion of fools will shout. That doesn't really make much sense. But then if you look at underneath of that, one of the meanings, it's the idea of to cry out in distress. I can't even begin to tell you the number of teenagers who have been companions with fools, and at the end of their rope, they're crying out in distress, going, "How did I get here? Why am I doing the things I'm doing? Why do I struggle with this stuff?" But it's because you're a companion of fools. If your friends are doing something illegal, if your friends are doing something that does not honor and please God, if your friends are causing you to question your faith in Jesus Christ, then they are fools. Don't be a companion of fools, or else you're going to be crying out in distress in the future. I love you guys. I look forward to going over friends in the next couple weeks.